Hello, everybody. I'm your girl, Melody Trice, and I want to tell you thank you for watching the Melody Trice Show. Here on this show, we believe life really is unlimited. Our guests make sure that they inspire and motivate you to live out your dream, right? Because we all have purpose in life. So I want you guys to stay tuned because after this break, we're going to be right back.
Find good stuff at Goodwill and bring good home.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Well, I want to welcome my next guest. Her name is Deborah Lacey to the show. Come on down. You look amazing.
Aw, thank you, Miss Melody.
So proud to have you here on the show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, look, I mean, you are like a phenomenal woman.
Oh, Lord.
Really?
Really?
The reason why I say that is because so many people give up on their dream. So many people tend to quit too early, right, in this industry. But you have really said, you know what, I came here to win, and you have been winning.
Thank
so,
you.
you know, congratulations.
Thank you, Melody.
So let's talk about some of this acting you've been doing. I mean, you have been rocking it.
Yeah. I started in the business. It's been a long career. They have veteran in front of my name now.
Oh my God. So that
everybody
means,
refers to me as a veteran actress. So.
Well, you definitely
Yeah.
don't look like a veteran actress. Okay. So tell us
Thank
about
you.
when you first started versus the way it is right now. Because
Well, my first job was The White Shadow. Yeah, I go way back to that. That was my first acting job, yeah. I played a student in one of the classes opposite Kevin Hooks. So that was fun, and it kind of got me my SAG card, because I started, with the modeling thing, and it started not getting me a lot of television and speaking part. So I did a commercial, and that got me into the union. And then from there, I just got an agent, and they started sending me out on auditions, and now my career is taking me all over the world. It's been great.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. And isn't it amazing that your gifts and talents can create those opportunities for you?
Yeah. And I kind of knew that I wanted to be an actress from a really early age. At 5 years old, I think I performed, I kind of remember it too. Isn't that something? My kindergarten graduation. I got this little group. I don't know if it was our idea or the teacher put us together, but we were this little singing group, and we got together and performed at the graduation that song, Born Free as the Wind. I remember that. And then we had a little routine that we did and everything. And then I think it went on for about 3 minutes or so. And then the audience just stood up and they started clapping and everything. I was like, oh my God, I want to do this. Yeah.
Performing.
So I think I was hooked after that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the industry has changed a lot, right?
Yeah, it
and,
really has. Yeah.
I don't know, I know it could be good and then it could be bad, right?
Yeah.
So what would you say have been some of the changes that you have seen that will technically bring challenges to a veteran actor?
Well, we don't seem to be able to use our resumes as well as we used to, when I started. It was always about building, getting that next job to build, the day player, the co-star, to the guest star, to the starring, recurring, all those roles. And I've had them all. I've done all those stair steps. But now, because I think, I tell this to my people, my friends, it seems like because of the celebrity thing, there's so many celebrities, whereas in the 80s and 90s, when I was really working the most and, traveling all over the place, I mean, the world, the work was always there. I never really wasn't working at that time. But celebrities weren't doing television. You know, they felt like the movie stars were, I meant movie stars, not celebrities so much, but movie stars who were in that real big celebrity movie star thing like you see now doing television. You didn't see them doing, they would never do television. But now, because of writing and television, so many great roles out there, they started coming to television. And so us guest starring, supporting actors who were trying to build that, keep going with that career, all of a sudden now they're offering us co-star, they're offering us one day, you know, just to keep working. So it's the business has changed so much since I've started. It's really hard. It's really difficult for an unknown person. I mean, even me with a resume like I have, I'm still struggling. I still go to auditions. I don't know when that's going to stop. But, you know, one of my acting coaches told me one time, that's what actors do. We audition. So it's not so much that I have an issue with auditioning, but if I audition for something that you really are considering a celebrity for, or a movie star or whatever, then you're okay, that was a great meeting, but the role was never going to be for me. And it happens all the time. You go up for something, and then they say, oh, Whoopi Goldberg got that. Oh, Debbie Allen got that. You know, that type of thing. And they didn't audition.
They didn't audition. It was just because of to me,
their name.
Their name. Their
celebrity.
name.
Yeah.
And I feel like, too, it plays a part of that following.
Yeah.
You know, because they want what they have, that
Oh, yeah.
following. But then at the same time, you see them playing roles that technically not for them.
I know.
And it kind of makes it bomb.
And you go, wow, you know they got that part just because they named.
Yeah, you're like, you really didn't do too well, but
right.
You know what I'm saying?
And so it's so frustrating. But I learned early on in my career, another really great mentor of mine told me, you know, the best actor doesn't always get the part either. So it's not always about, even though I think it is personally, your performance, because again, I worked with Philip Noyce, a really big director early on in my career. It was my first starring role he gave me on an HBO series called The Hitchhiker. And Philip told me then, I got that part over Apollonia. They were looking at her for the part. And then, of course, you find all this stuff out after you get on the set. You start talking to the director. You get all the inside stuff, you know. And then they open up and they tell you stuff. And yeah, he told me that he just liked my audition, my reading, my performance much better than when he had come to town to, see her, and he didn't feel like she was right for the part. So that opened up the door for, and it was a great part too. I got to work opposite Harry Hamlin.
A lot of great people.
Yeah.
Look, we're going to talk some more after this break. We're going to come back. So you guys stay tuned, because after this break, we're going to talk some more with Deborah Lacey.
All right.
Find good stuff at Goodwill and bring good home.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are here with actress Deborah Lacey. I mean, you are just making it happen. So one of the things about it, we love you on 5 Heartbeats.
Yay!
Okay. And I mean, they just did a documentary on it and everything.
Yeah. Robert just did the making of the 5 Heartbeats. Yeah.
So what was that like? Because I mean, you know,
it was so fun. Oh my God. I wanted that part so bad. It was, you know, when you see the documentary, when it comes out, you get to see I didn't know all the, you know, years that he went into trying to get this thing done. Because when we did it, it was just great. I mean, Robert was like on fire, working with him every day. I worked on it for about 2 or 3 months. There were times when I would come on the set when I wasn't even scheduled to work that day, just because I just wanted to be around it. It was so exciting, and people were just visiting the set all the time. All kinds of people that Robert just knew, because word had gotten out that this great movie was being made by Robert Townsend, and you know, it was based on all these guys that were actually doing the dance steps, and they were learning all this stuff. I mean, I am just so amazed what actors can do. Those guys became the Temptations.
Okay.
It was amazing. Yeah, yeah.
They were what I call unlimited.
Yeah, yeah. And I got to work with Leon. Yeah, yeah. He was a cutie.
phenomenal. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
really, really sweet guy.
when I would
Yeah.
listen to them on that, I think when I was growing up, I watched that so many times.
That's what everybody
over and
says.
over and over and over
Yeah,
and over again.
yeah,
Every day
yeah.
I would get home, it was between the 5 Heartbeats, the Temptations, and Color Purple.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Isn't that great? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Those are 3 good ones.
I mean, I would
Wow.
literally watch them all the time, and so it brings back memories. And when I came to one of the viewings for the documentary of the 5 Heartbeats,
Mm-hmm.
I was astonished of all the things, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
that it took to get to that
Really,
point.
really, really good documentary.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that Robert's going to be able to get it out there so everybody can see it. But I was just floored. I had no idea that he had come that close to it not working. I know that there was a lot of stuff that didn't get in the movie. I knew that. I knew that he had shot a lot of stuff because there was a scene that I was in. My character's name is Rose, and there was a name tag. I played a nurse, and so people would have associated my name with my character a lot better had that scene stayed in the movie. But the scene where the guys come to the hospital, I love telling people this scene though, because it gives them a little inside trivia. The scene where the manager goes to the hospital and he's in the bed, and all of them come in there with their hospital stuff on. Well, Rose was the one who had snuck them into his room and gave them that
fixed them up.
hospital gear so they could meet him and talk to him in the room. Wow. And the scene right before that, because we had broken up in the movie, JT and I, because he was such a womanizer and all that. So he comes to the hospital to try to get into the room to see the manager, but he's supposed to have no visitors. So I sneaked them in after he smooth talked me again at the nurse's station, and it was a great scene. But I guess the movie was just long.
Yeah.
So there are people who noticed though that they showed up in that room with that hospital gear stuff on and have
like,
asked
how?
in these Q&As that I've gone to. They've asked, okay, well, why did they just show up in that stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, people remember the name of the book that I was reading when I was sitting under the tree at the end of when he says, "Duck, come here, duck."
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are too much.
That's amazing,
People
though.
pick up on the simplest little things. It's amazing.
Well,
but those are movie people.
Yeah, and because that's what they focus on is like, because they're kind of like critics. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to figure out.
And they're loving it so much. They're just the intensity of loving something, I think, that much, you know, because that movie has got to be at least 25 years old.
Yeah.
And I still get recognized from it.
Well, it's a good movie, though. It's to me, it's kind of like
it is.
I guess a household name because so many people know it.
It is.
You
A
know?
lot of people. I mean, and like I say, 25 years old. People under 20. Who shouldn't even know me from that movie. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it just keeps getting recycled. And I told Robert, I said, it's the gift that never stops giving, as they say.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, before we leave and everything, I definitely want to just ask you, is there anybody currently that you would love to collaborate with?
Oh my God, that's easy. That's Chad Boswick.
Really?
Chadwick. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Am I saying his name wrong? Please don't tell me I am.
think it's
Chadwick.
Chadwick. I'm not good
See?
with, pronunciation, y'all.
I know. I know, me too. But I know, I see his face. I mean, I don't want to say, Black Panther, James Brown, whatever.
But it's Chad. I can't say it, but we know Wakanda forever,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. And I mean, I met him one time at the Grove, and I told him that I was an actress, and I started following him on social media. So now every time I see him do something, I post, because I told him when I met him, I said, I'm gonna pay your mom on something. Mm-hmm. And he was like, you can't be nobody's mom. I was like, oh yeah, I can, So I thought that was really sweet and everything, because people don't want to let me play my age, but I really am trying to grow up,
Well, you look very young.
But I'm not, trust me.
Well, that's
okay. Well, I shouldn't say that.
Well, black
it's
don't
not
crack.
that I'm saying that I'm old or anything.
But black don't crack, so I'm just saying to you guys.
Yeah.
Well, look, I appreciate you being on the show. I mean,
Thank you,
golly,
Melody.
time just goes so fast.
I know, I can't believe I've talked all this time.
But that's good, though. That's good. But I want everybody to stay following you on your social media so they can keep up with what you're doing.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, so
Okay.
could you let them know?
Okay, yeah. Please follow me on Facebook at actress Deborah Lacey is my fan page. And social media on Instagram is I am Deborah Lacey, DeborahLacey, so I spell my name. And Twitter is hashtag Deborah Lacey 4. I don't know, the number 4. I don't know where 4 came from, but yeah, that's who I am. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for
And we
having
look forward to everything that you're working on.
Thank you, Melody.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, you guys, I am so excited. I want you to stay tuned because I got some videos that I want to show you.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the
Oh,
waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Find good stuff at Goodwill and bring good home.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Your girl Melody Trice. We're live here at the California African American Museum at the Black Business Association celebrating Black Music Month. I am so excited, so I want you to stay tuned to all the amazing interviews that we're going to have happen today. We'll be right back. Words are powerful.
Right, our rhythm. That's how we roll.
Well, look, do you have a social media or website we can say?
Sure do. It's littlemissafricanamerican.org. So hashtag LMAA pageant.
And you know, being here today, especially celebrating Black music, what do that mean to you? Because you are Black music.
It means everything to me. I'm happy to be honored wherever they're going to honor me. The work that I do isn't for the honors, of course, but having the accolades and and everything that goes along with it is not such a bad thing.
Because, you know, really you paved the way for a lot of other artists to be able to see themselves in a light, especially with Black music.
Yeah.
And, you know, being a part of that, what do that mean to you to just say, you know, it didn't come easy, but you worked for this?
That's true. I grew up with R&B music, and Black music is at the heart of everything that I do. It's the basis of all pop and rock and roll songs. It is the backbeat and the backbone to the music industry, period. And there would be no music without R&B music. So I'm honoring that tonight as well.
And you know, with music changing so much, what has really kept you steadfast in what you do and what you represent?
I would write music if no one listened to it. I would still have to write it. I would still have to get it out. I would still have to express it. It's like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, did the tree still fall? Yeah, the tree fell. And so I'll still be making music even if it gets to a point where no one wants to hear it. But luckily for me, I'm working in musical theater now, and I'm writing a couple of musicals, and I know my music has a place when I write it. So that's the beauty of that transition, yeah.
And I think that's amazing because technically that means you're unlimited. You didn't just stay with one thing. You're broadening yourself out. Well, look, I definitely want everyone to be able to stay following you and stay, you know, in touch with everything you're doing. Can you let them know?
I can be reached at SaidaGarrett.com or Saida.com, SIEDAH, and just follow me and see what I'm up to.
And look, before you leave, we're doing testimony.
Okay, so what we need to understand is, I'll put it to you this way. A few years back, I got a copy of Ebony magazine, and it was the June issue. It was commemorating Black History Month. Smokey Robinson was on the cover, and Yolanda Adams and Brandy, and it was just, right. So I opened up this issue of Ebony, and I go to the back, and they had in categories. Black female singers from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, black male singers, black groups, bands, big bands, as well as the icons, Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. But I'm telling you, just looking at the list of people, and they were all different, and they were all magnificent, and so we have such a rich treasure trove of music to celebrate every month, Every month. And I'm telling you, no two groups the same, So that's what I love about our music. It's so different.
It's so different, and it has so much soul.
That we have in droves. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is our kids know how to do this.
They come out knowing how to do that.
They come out knowing, what I'm saying, dancing to the beat, and it's all about the heartbeat, So our music is, and our music speaks to us in volumes, It tells our stories, it expresses our love, it expresses our disappointment, our history, everything, So.
Well, coming from Detroit, now I'm Judge Craig Strong, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan, but when it's Black Music Month, I'm from Motown City, because we know Motown influenced the world with beautiful music. And I'm just proud to be here, and I'm proud to be at this dinner. I think it's very important that we salute those who are part of this industry, the singers, the dancers, the writers, the promoters, everybody involved in this, because the contributions that African Americans have made here has affected the whole world. Wow. Something that we're all proud of.
And one of the things about it is the fact that, Skip Cooper is the CEO and president of this organization.
And he should be saluted all the time for sticking with this all the years, and every year gets bigger and better and greater because of him.
Because of him. And with that being said, can you, think of a time that you had a conversation with him about really anything? What would you say to him right now if he was standing in front of you?
I would congratulate him for what he's done and what he's going to do, because he is truly the champion of
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
Find good stuff at Goodwill and bring good home.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included, and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Guys, this has been an amazing episode, from Deborah Lacey, the actress, to all these amazing red carpet events that we attend. And I really do want you guys to know that life really is unlimited. No matter where you are, you can do anything. You just got to believe. And not just believe, you got to put some action to it, okay? So I love my Melody moments. So till next time, you guys, make sure that you're following all my guests on their social media. Make sure you're following me on social media. And we're now on Roku TV, Melody Trice Television, as well as Amazon Fire TV. So if you don't have, satellite or whatever, just go get you a Roku stick or a Fire stick, all right? Till next time, I'm your girl, Melody Trice. Bye.